to start out talking about? We'll talk football, but right before that, anything special?
How about this?
Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Janeski, and along with my good friend Ken Montroy, we are your hosts of the local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable Channel 15. Today is October 19th, my cousin Tommy's birthday.
All right. Hi, Tommy. Happy birthday.
Haven't seen him in a decade or two. October 19th, Saturday. How was your week there, sir?
Pretty good. I see your beard's getting a little longer.
It's growing in nicely. Halloween party tonight.
Well, you know what way to stood up those hairs is that Packer victory over the Lions, huh? People were on end about that. Why were they upset?
I don't know. You're playing, what is it? There's 6 refs, so you're playing against 17 guys. It's hard.
Do they do that every week? Because they've been losing for a long time.
It's funny because they're 2-2 and in last place, you know, and that game would have put them in first. They would have only had 1 loss. They would have been the only team in the division with 1 loss, and they would have jumped from where they were to first place. It was a typical Lions game. I'm sorry. It was a typical Lions game, and not to go over the whole thing, we could talk for an hour and a half on this game.
No, you couldn't.
But, you know, you get the ball, you get it turned over, you don't punch it in, and then it comes back to haunt you at the end of the game. That story's been going on for decades.
Well, one of the things that got me is when they opened up the game, I thought to myself, being a Green Bay Packer fan, this could be a problem because that flea flicker, bang. They never do stuff like that.
No.
But their offense seemed to be open up, and I thought, man, this could be a problem. But then they went right back to being the Lions. They went right back to doing what they do, and they didn't score after that.
Second possession, they threw the bomb again, you know, and like you say, they should do that more often, and then all of a sudden, no more of that. We wouldn't want to be successful.
No. Oh, well.
We wouldn't want to be. So football, high school football, all the teams.
Wyandotte did good last night, buddy.
They did fine against Southgate. We knew they would. Here we go. Allen Park took care of Edsel Ford. Lincoln Park off that fresh victory, 61-0. Ouch.
Well, you got to say something. At least they entertained the people in the stands because there was scoring going on.
Yes, there was. Every time Carlson touched the ball, I'm thinking. 42-13, Wyandotte took care of Southgate. Woodhaven, Trenton, they doubled them. Wasn't much of a battle, I'm going to guess.
Woodhaven, they're going to be tough in the state playoffs. That's my thoughts.
I think so. They got some big boys. And then Taylor lost in a non-league game to Waterford Mott. I have a few extra scores here.
You do?
Yeah, Riverview took care of Grosville 24-10. New Boston Huron 43-40 to Flat Rock. That was probably entertaining. River Rouge got to play a game.
They did. The team showed up this time.
They didn't score 60.
They didn't? How much?
They played Novi Catholic Central.
Ooh.
So and they beat them 16-3. So that's good.
16-3.
Yeah, I'm sure Novi Catholic Central's no slouch.
No, they get the Lord on their side.
It's true. It's true.
You're playing a little bit extra.
Them and Notre Dame, just tough to beat.
Yeah, it's tough to beat.
Summit Academy beat Mount Clemens 20-6. We have next week's games up.
All right.
I'm not sure. I didn't ask that in prep. There we go. Allen Park's playing Southgate. Should be no problem for Allen Park. Woodhaven's got the non-league game.
Birmingham Groves, that should be a good game.
Well, if they're smart, they scheduled a tough opponent to get themselves ready.
If I'm reading it right, that's at Woodhaven.
Wyandotte's got a tough game against Carlson, I would say.
61-0 they won.
Going to have to stop them.
Right.
Edsel Ford and Taylor are playing the non-league game for Taylor. And
Trenton.
Trenton and Lincoln Park. Well, Lincoln Park, I'm sorry, guys, but...
Yeah, but Trenton's going to have to try to compete with a 61-0 score by Carlson. Come on, boys, we got to score 61.
Yeah, maybe. I see how that's happening.
As a coach, I'd be telling them that. But anyway, that's...
Big soccer weekend.
Soccer.
Yeah, the regionals. All the districts are done. Teams are moving on to regionals.
How about that Cost girl? She's tough.
Oh, they've been track?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can talk about her. She's always tough. Superintendent's daughter, so
jumping ahead, yeah, trying
she's got it in.
Keep our backs covered on that one.
Groseville took care of Moreau St. Mary Catholic Central in District 3, 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, so they're moving on to the regionals. They're regionals.
So this is what it is. It's districts right now. So
Yes.
if they win, bam, they're going on to regionals.
Correct.
Nice. And
the
what happens after regionals? Just curious.
then you go to the states.
Wow, how nice.
So the next, Groseville's up against Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard in the regionals.
Ooh.
That will be on this Thursday coming up.
This Thursday.
23rd, 24th. Yeah.
Either
Something
way,
like
it
that.
is the
So
Thursday.
Groseville's been to the
State playoffs?
yeah, well, a couple times. You know, they've been to they won their district more than once, many times, and you know, they're solid. We have a couple other local teams that have done well in the soccer. Melvindale.
Oh yeah, Melvindale. They edged Allen Park for the district title. In fact, they're on the cover of News Herald.
Nice.
Take that back. They're at the bottom of the News Herald.
Yeah,
on the cover,
Groseville's
though.
on the top.
Groseville's on the top. See,
They pay
money
higher
wins.
taxes. Yes,
Money wins.
They pay higher taxes, so
But,
they get the top of the newspaper.
They won 2-0. They get to go on. I think that's wonderful though, because they got kind of a tough deal where they had to leave our conference and go on. So I'm glad to see something positive happen from those kids.
Yeah, they
Good
got
luck to
the
yous.
good thing going. They're what do they play? They go to Tecumseh Wednesday, the 23rd. They're playing Novi's. Oh, they're playing at Novi's Metal Stadium.
You ever seen that?
No, it just sounds like it's nice.
Yeah, it's got a good sound.
So
Real
they'll-
nice.
Yeah, they get to go. The winner of that contest, so head to the States.
Yeah, well, I guess they're going to play 2 nights later. The winner will face the winner of the Hamtramck and Divine Child.
Ah.
And that will be set up for Friday night at Divine Child.
Oh, and you know what we talked about last week? Cabrini going over to play right by Thunderville there. Help.
Cabrini went to play who?
In soccer, the Cabrini team.
Inner City.
Inner City, thank you. Inner City. And
Inner City
8-0.
Baptist, I think.
8-0. Inner City took care of Cabrini.
Really?
Yes.
The Baptists beat the Catholics?
Yes, they did.
Oh, you got to put more money in that basket there, you Catholics.
That would help the cause.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Dearborn
bummer.
boys took care of Woodhaven. Second consecutive district title for the Dearborn squad. They beat Woodhaven 5-1. It was 1-0 after the half,
Wow.
and then they
5
scored
goals.
4 more goals. Yeah. They're going to play Salem in their regional semifinal next week, and yeah, that's
Well, that's
going
pretty
on
sweet.
next week. Yeah. And, you know, Woodhaven, they're no slouch. They were undefeated in our Downriver League. They won the title. You know, Allen Park was no slouch. They were second in the Downriver League. So, you know, congratulations to the teams moving on. But you know what I like best about this time of year?
What's that? Cool weather?
Not at all. It's not even weather related.
Hunting?
I don't hunt.
Okay.
Our sport, our winter sports are going to start.
Oh, absolutely. Bowling.
I can't wait.
Bowling
I can't
starts.
wait because
When can you officially start with the kids?
when can you officially start with the kids? The 18th of November.
So 1 month.
Yeah, they can bowl on their own though, and
Like
the
to
rules are
emphasize that.
the rules are you can coach 4 of them at a time. So you could have a little get together and coach 4 of them at a time, and hopefully they're throwing some bowling balls.
So how would you go about that? Would you make an announcement at the school saying anybody like to try out for the team? Come on and show up at only 4 years, or just come watch.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't
how
know.
that. Me personally, I think I just let somebody. I let them. I set up a time. Well, we set up a time where they can bowl. They get a discounted rate at one of the local establishments, and they
That's
just
it.
drop in
That's
and they
sweet.
bowl when they want. Now, I've made it there a couple times for a couple minutes, and that's about
You
it.
saw more than 4 kids,
Um,
and then had to leave.
sometimes. To this morning, there was only 2.
Oh, then
I
you
mean,
could stay.
right, then I could stay, but I'm here filming the show because I like this.
I appreciate that.
Okay, it'd be tough flying solo. And so, so they get, and plus, they can also get the coaching from the establishment, and there's plenty of people with opinions in today's society.
Just ask. Oh, you don't even have to ask.
I gave this a nice dark tint the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I could see it in the screen there.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you brought it back to life because it was dying with all that white hair?
Oh, it was looking white.
Well, fantastic. What else we got going on here?
Oh, let's see, golf. Golf season's wrapping up.
Oh,
I got
you're
some
a golfer, too.
I am a golfer. Well, I play the game. I wouldn't call me a golfer.
Why do they call him a
bowler.
duffer? Why do they call him a duffer?
That's a good question.
Because I know that term only because they say it to me.
Maybe because that's what they call when you don't get the ball in the air. You're constantly duffing it down.
Get the duff
fairway.
out of here.
I like that. Allen Park girls were third at regionals. They do it like our bowling does it. There are no district qualifiers. You go right to a meet. Top 3 teams go to states, and individuals. The top 3 individuals go to states. Okay, not in bowling. We have a whole separate singles tournament.
Correct.
That 10 of the girls out of 60 something get to go to states.
Okay.
And then there's 6 districts, so 60 girls end up at states. Where at golf, they take 3 from each region. There must be more regions. I don't know.
Where'd they have this at?
The Allen Park girls,
Yeah,
they were at Pine View Golf Course in Yipsy.
Ever golfed there?
I have. It's a nice track.
Nice.
I've played outings there. I've never played the course on my own ball.
Oh, okay. On your own ball.
Well, when you play an outing, if I spray one into the woods and you hit a better drive, we just use yours.
Oh, I do that anyway.
That's good. Your score gets better that way.
Oh, absolutely. I don't get all the stuff, my feet wet, whatever.
There you go. So Allen Park finished third as a team, and they earned a spot in the District 2 state meet. It will be Friday, it's today and tomorrow, yesterday and today at Michigan State's Forest Acres.
Is that a nice course?
Oh,
yeah.
no
idea.
That's a great
it is?
track. It's right on their campus.
Oh, off of Michigan there?
You know how Michigan has the golf course right by their
I do.
stadium? Forest Acres right by. Well, the way Michigan State's a bigger campus, so the stadium's way over here, and you need a bike to get around the campus.
At State?
Yeah, my son had a bike, and my daughter's at U of M, and you can walk pretty much to everything because everything's congregated in the center.
Correct.
And then the stadium's probably their farthest walk. Should they walk a mile? Can't get the girl to go to the corner store to pick up anything. She can't walk to the corner store, but she'll walk a mile to that stadium, to go to the football games.
Well, her future is there.
That's right.
It's not at the corner store.
South Lyon and South Lyon East were the champs for that region, but 385 was Allen Park's score. Trenton was fourth with 399, so 14 strokes kept them out of states.
Okay, you said the third place team got to go?
Yes.
So they take the top 3 then?
Top 3 teams go to states.
Sweet.
And Wyandotte finished 10th in the region. They've got a lot of work to do. The golf is really new. I think it's only in its second year.
How many do they carry on a golf? Do they make cuts? Do they make cuts on a golf
I
team?
would say they wouldn't. I don't know. They only count the 4 lowest scores, and they probably only play 4 girls when you're playing school to school. I don't know how it works out. But the top 4 scores are what qualify you. You're the number.
Sure.
It's just like when you run track, the top 5 placers,
time-wise?
they may run more than 5, but the top 5 time-wise count for your score.
Okay, so if I have 20 on my team, do I have to buy 20 shirts, or does the school have to buy 20 shirts?
I would think you can only, I'm guessing you could only play 5 at a time, and your best 4 scores probably count.
Okay.
In case somebody has to withdraw, that would be the way I would do it. The best girl shot 81. It was Livonia Churchill's Helena Harris, and second place girl shot 95. It was Huron's Andy Martin. Oh, yeah, she was shot 96. She was the third place. Trenton Sophia Verducci was the second place girl. So we had 2 a Trenton girl, a Huron girl qualify also. So that's cool.
Sophia, you don't hear that name too often.
No, not at all.
Kind of
We had in Division 3, Grosville was the best individual player. I figure that Grosville Country Club, She's got a country club swing. Good for her. I mean, golf will
Bought
take
and
you
paid for.
Golf will take you a long way.
Yes, it will.
We had 4 golfers in the mix, but our best golfer was Alyssa Tomzik. Maddie Van plays golf. Bailey Stewart.
Tomzik.
I don't think any relation to Art Tomzik. And
Okay.
Mackenzie Potosnik. Those are the 4 girls that qualified but played in the regionals.
Nice.
The D3 state meet is set at Grand Valley State University, the Meadows. I don't know where they're going to play the regional. Getting highlighted.
But I'll bet they know if they watch the show.
And I do have a couple bowlers golfing, and I can't wait to get them back now. It'll
Yes.
be nice.
You're going to adjust their swing.
Yes. It will be a little different. Without a doubt, it'll be a little different, that swing.
So we had the opening to the cross country, which I led into, because I want to mention about Samantha Cost. She's always up there. She took 3rd place. That was in a invitational at Patriot Park.
Gabriel Richard, and there were a ton of kids at that one too, like
I
the
bet.
one the week before, where
I
they
bet.
have all the schools, all the
There's
kids.
also a nice little runner there. I believe she's a sophomore. That's Aubrey Magaski. She finished 21 minutes, 25 seconds, 0.6. Pretty tough, though. That's a lot of running to
Country,
do.
the Allied States and regionals will be starting up too.
Yep.
Yeah,
now
they'll
for the
be
boys, just so
probably
you know,
running.
Wyandotte finished 7th. Same with the girls, 7th. And Kylan Mataggett finished 5th. So Samuel Rankin finished 13th. So anyway, it's just they got some running to do.
Let's get back to football for 1 minute.
All right.
Our producer puts this note in front of me and says the Michigan High School Athletic Association expected an additional 10 to 12 teams in 8-player football leagues this year.
8-player. So let me see. You got to have a quarterback. You got to have a center.
That's 2.
Okay. You need a wide receiver in case you throw. So that'd be 3 and 4.
Okay.
You need a running back. That's 5. And then maybe a couple of blockers.
I would say tight end and 2 blockers.
Tight
maybe.
end, 2 blockers, yeah.
I don't know.
I'd have to see the format.
I watched it once on the state playoffs.
Playoffs?
They had it on,
This actually goes to state playoffs?
Fox Sports News. They had it on when they have, around Thanksgiving when they play all them games on the weekend, Friday and Saturday at Ford Field. So they have this there too, the finals.
So every school, this is open to every school? Wyandotte, Trenton, Melvindale?
Is it, I don't know if it's the schools with limited enrollment. Is it limited
Right, because that would
enrollment?
mean everything. You can't have one football team and then have another 8.
Right. So I just, is this the future of football? Is the question mark that she put on here.
Well, in all honesty, there you have a lot of more open. It's kind of like hockey, 4-on-4. I really like 4-on-4. It's, to me, more entertaining than the overtime, to me.
3-on-3 on the overtime.
Oh, is that what it is,
Yeah,
3-on-3?
yeah.
Oh, that's very entertaining. Well, 4-on-4 then for penalties.
Right.
For a fight.
But it's, I agree with you. It's it sure opens up the surface.
Oh, it absolutely does. And with football, I think because of the less contact they're going to have, I don't even know. Do these guys wear equipment? They wear helmets?
Absolutely. I think it's on a smaller field. I don't remember, though. I have to do a little more research on all of it.
I truly think that could become more popular.
It's a great topic to talk about. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
the enrollment, we already know they had to combine our ninth grade and JV team to get enough players. And the middle school had to add 6th graders to get enough players. So, and the 6th graders are supposed to be playing on Little League football. So it's an interesting.
And because enrollment in that sport isn't as high as it used to be either.
No.
But I think that because some football teams grab a really heavy kid, put him right there in the middle and said, just stay here. Don't let him push you around. They'll have to run around you. You're going to get rid of that kid because you're taking away the congestion.
Yes.
I really like that. I do see that becoming
It would
quite
teach
popular.
them, they're still going to have to learn to wrap up and tackle. And they're
Oh,
still
that
going
part's
to
good.
have to learn to
Chase
block
down the
and
guy.
run. Yeah.
I think that's quite
It
interesting.
would definitely take care of the fundamental part of the game.
I'd like to say something about this. This is Salvation Army. They're having a course on some bow and arrow. Have you ever shot a bow?
Have
I've
I
seen
ever
you
shot
drink
a bow?
before.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot a bow?
Have I ever shot a bow? Once or twice.
Once or twice? Oh, okay. Well,
They're complex pieces of equipment now. You know, they are. You can spend thousands on a good ball.
well, that's for the ones that what do they call them?
Compounds. The compound.
Well, not the one you just pull back and fire. That's what these guys are doing, right?
Yeah,
pull
it's
back and
teaching
fire.
them the skills. It's an interesting article. We
Yes.
both browsed through it. But the one in Wyandotte Salvation
Yes,
Army?
it's the Wyandotte Salvation Army, 1258 Biddle, and it's a 6-week session. And for each session, it's $10 a class. The phone number is 734-282-0930. Tell you what, if you have any inclination about trying to shoot a bow, or if you're going to grow up to be a deer hunter, I think this gives a deer a chance. Do you?
Not with the way they make bows nowadays.
Well, yeah, but if it's just an actual, now if it's a power bow or whatever they call that.
They're just like rifles. Okay, longtime Grosville tennis coach John Shade.
John Shade.
47 years Mr. Shade's been coaching over there.
47. Now that's a dedicated man. I don't care what you say. When he went into it, he did it to help kids. I'll bet he played tennis in high school or college.
Sure he did. He had, out of 47 years, he had 37 boys Huron League titles, 27 girls Huron League titles, 14 boys regional wins, 18 girls regional wins, 21 boys state top 10, 12 girls state top 10, 3 state runner-up and 3 state titles, and 790 dual meet wins.
That is not only a dedicated man, he's definitely knowledgeable about what he's teaching. Because you could be a coach, that doesn't mean you can teach. Somebody becomes a coach and they can't teach this kid how to do something. So apparently he can get his point across.
Yes, I agree.
Congratulations to that
47
gentleman.
years, time to hang it up. I mean, he wants to retire. Good for him. I hope the person that has been his assistant has learned something.
He's got to be, right,
Yeah.
one of his assistants. But I wouldn't be an assistant for 47 years. But that'd just be me.
No, but he's probably had ex-players come and help him and
kids?
everything else. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So good for him.
Great for him. Good for him. Well, I'd like to mention something about this guy. I
Mr.
hear
Hockey?
he's pretty tough.
Mr. Hockey?
Mr. Hockey in 2011.
Yes, Gerald
This-
Mayhew.
Gerald Mayhew. He finally took his step on NHL ice. Isn't that something?
Scored a goal his first game.
Scored a goal his first game.
That's what I hear.
Unbelievable.
Minnesota Wild called him up. He signed a 2-way contract in May where he could be up or
two-way?
down. That means
Oh,
he could
okay.
go to the club team. And he played like 3 or 4 games in the minors to start and had like 7 or 8 points. And they were like, get up here.
Right, we ain't got time. We're losing.
No, they were. They were like 1-4, the Wild. So they brought him up. He played the first game, and now he's, the coach is showing him who's boss. He sat a couple games in a row.
Oh, is that what you do with your kids?
I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Well, you knew the term pretty well.
Coach, NHL coaches just maybe. I think what'd you say earlier? Maybe his defensive. Maybe he's not a good 2-way player, and they had.
Well,
to point
that's what
out.
they did with Steve Eiserman.
They taught him how to play
Scotty
defense.
Bowman did that to Steve Eiserman, and Steve Eiserman became a very good hockey player after that.
2-way player. Yes.
2-way player, correct, because that's what Scotty wanted, and he took away from his 40 goals. He only scored 25, but he could defend.
Yes.
Very important. But yeah, this kid, I got to tell you on this, what did he score whenever he was in high school here?
It's on the last page there.
It's on the last page.
50. Yeah, right here.
Well, that was at FSU. But anyway, at Wyandotte, whenever he was there, he
Oh, he had some crazy numbers.
48 goals and 57 assists when he was Mr. Hockey. That is unbelievable. That is Gretzky-type numbers.
Yes.
That is.
And not only that, that leads you to winning the state title,
They won a state title that
They
year?
did.
How sweet
And
it was.
he was Mr. Hockey, and that's the reason. Real easy to coach those kids. Just
Sure
keep
helps.
throwing them on the ice every other
Sure
shift.
helps.
Throw them out on the ice every other shift.
I was going to tell him how to do that, but he knew.
Yeah. Here, it's your turn again, Gerald. Get back
Yes.
out there. Gerald,
Yes.
it's your turn again. Get back out there. We're losing 2-1. Gerald, get back out there.
You tired yet?
Oh,
Absolutely.
now it's 3-2. We're leading. Gerald, get back out there. But, kid had talent. Kid worked hard. Now he's in the
He worked
NHL.
hard. Yep, now he's in the NHL.
And that's one kid out of a gazillion. It just show you how hard you have to work and how committed you have to be. Played 4 years at Ferris State. You know, then he got drafted by the Minnesota Wild, and, you know, good for him.
Well, just like your point was, how tough it is, because this kid was a stud coming out of high school, and yet
26, just now getting into the NHL.
Right, he's 26 years old now, and he started a career that lasts probably for him 13 years, 14 years.
Oh, if that.
If that. Well, I'm just saying, if you were going to be good.
He's got to produce now. Now that you're there.
Oh yeah.
Now you've got to fight to hold your job.
Correct.
You know, that's the hard part.
Yeah, but rent, he can hold rent now.
He obviously has passion. We have talked about it before. If you don't have passion, you're not going to succeed. You've got to want to do what you're doing. You got to love doing what you're doing. Bowling, baseball, golf, soccer. You know, that kid was probably bouncing the puck or the tennis ball off his garage all day long.
He probably never knew that his team was called the Minnesota North Stars.
Oh, he knows.
You think so?
He's not that old.
He's 26.
They went to Dallas.
They were the Dallas Stars.
Yes, they were.
In the 70s, they were the Minnesota North Stars when he first came into expansion.
Yes, they were.
You think he knows that?
Yeah.
Gerald, call us up if you do.
Yeah,
I just want to make my point. I don't think you do.
Spare time there, Gerald.
I don't think you do.
In your copious spare time. How about the Red Wings, huh?
Oh, yeah. Back to our little conversation that we had. How about that coach? How's he doing? They've won how many
They're
now?
3-5 now.
3-5, and they've lost 5 out of the last 6.
4 in a row.
Right, 5 out of the last 6. Though.
No, that was a bad road trip.
Oh.
They obviously went.
Any worse, you could get fired.
Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton. So they did all those.
Got the tough ones out of the way.
Got that loop out of the way, but, you know, it can become a big party, these guys traveling, you know, and they got to hang together and they got to do things. And, you know, you got to watch it that hockey doesn't become secondary.
Well, if I was the coach, I'd make sure they knew about curfew because I need you guys to keep my job. They're trying to fire me. We know, Coach.
Yeah. That's the first one to go now, isn't it?
They're not
going to fire their players. They're all under contract. Well, so is he. He's got to turn it around. I mean, they mailed it in a couple games. They scored the first goal, the one game, Calgary?
And then lost 5-1, I think, or 6-1.
You've got to continue to produce. You've got to continue to, and they are young, but you can only use the "we're young" excuse so many times.
While you're young.
While you're young.
Oh, there we are.
Get a hold of us at Local Sports. Let me point to it. Local Sports. I hate this thing. It's backwards.
There you go.
LocalSportsWrapUp@gmail.com.
I don't think we spend enough time in the studio if you can't do that.
No, it's a reverse. It's not a mirror, man. It's hard. We're on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. Catch this week's show. Anytime you want, at your own convenience. Just go to YouTube, look up Local Sports Wrap Up. Wyandotte, you'll find our mugs all over the place.
Oh, you got mugs? Give me one.
Oh, I should make us mugs. I'm going to make us mugs.
They would like it over there.
Oh, they've got Wyandotte cable mugs. They don't need
Kelvin and Amy and Joel and Caroline, thank you all very much. And get them their mugs.
Yeah, they have Wyandotte cable mugs. They don't need Local Sports Wrap-Up mugs.
Oh, okay.
Hey, no, tune in next week. We're going to have our holiday edition.
Yes, holiday edition.
Halloween edition. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So until next week, I'm Marty Janeski along with my good friend here, Ken Montroy. We're your hosts of Local Sports Wrap-Up, and we will see you next week. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.